Hi guys, how you doing? James again. Kirk's on camera. Hello Kirk.
Hello.
He's got his joke today as well, so we'll talk about that a bit. We've got Lisa behind Kirk at the moment.
Hello.
A little bit cold today, so she's indoors. What we're going to do today is chicken Dopiaza. You can also do beef Dopiaza or lamb Dopiaza. Meat takes a little bit longer. It's a curry dish, mild curry dish, very flavoursome. Had a lot of fun with it this weekend. What we're going to do is go through the ingredients with you. So, we need some yogurt, tomato puree, one chili, red chili. Okay, the red is not as hot as the green, so we don't want a hot one today. Some ginger, also some coriander seeds, garam masala, cardamom pods, or cardamom pods I should say, cumin seeds, turmeric, pepper, I'm sure there'll be some salt soon, 4 cloves garlic, and chicken breasts and onions. What would be really good as well is if you have a blender, so we can use a blender, or this one is called a magic bullet. Okay, if not, mortar and pestle, or pestle and mortar, which it all makes sense shortly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some of these onions up first. We're after top and tail. You've seen this before. I'm only going to show you 2 onions today. There's 2 different styles that we need. So just going to peel one, because you don't need to see all 6 being done. So 4 of the onions we're going to actually slice, okay, and then 2 of them we're going to actually make into wedges, okay. And what we want to try and do is make the wedges stay together. So we'll just quickly do this one. It'll all make sense once you see it. It's all about seeing what we're doing. Okay. So this onion is a bit damp on the inside. Okay. So we're going down to the layers which aren't. You can see that. Okay. It's a bit moist. So we don't want that. Curry. So you made this on Saturday. What I also did, I don't recommend this at home, and we will video this in a bit, but it won't for you guys when you're a bit older, is actually slice and dice this with my eyes closed, and the onions and the ginger. It's quite amazing to actually do and be part of, because it's like having an understanding about your senses. So when blind people can't actually see what's going on. It was really interesting, and I'm going to video this a bit later. So if you get permission from your parents, you can watch that, or guardians. So in the first one, what we're going to do is we just need a slice. Okay, so I'll take the end bit off. You can see here it's a bit shiny. Okay, it's a bit slippery, so be careful. So what I'm going to do, hold the knife like so, and chop down. Take your time, don't have to get as fast. We're only doing that because we're really looking at getting this done a bit quick for you. Any blue bits, especially if you're not looking, we don't want those. Okay, so that might be my finger normally. Lisa's laughing in the background. What are you laughing at? Okay, so we can use that as well, don't need to waste that bit. There you go. I wasn't nearly that fast the other day. End bit off again. So you're going to do 4 of these, okay? So 4 onions. The next onion, again these little bits, look, try and take those off because that's slippery, that's where you can have an accident with your knife. So what we want to do, in half, okay? Keep this bit on now, the core, and literally, well you can do it in 2 if you like so, put into 4, like that. Okay, keep the end bits on, or we want to keep Lisa happy, we do it in 3. So all right, Liz?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 2 onions like this, and 4 onions like that. Okay, and what we're going to do is with our garlic, if you remember what we did the other day, just push down, tap the end, okay, preferably not your glove, okay, and that's you done. So all we want to do with this garlic is slice it. It's a bit like this one, it's all going together. If you do a bit of garlic, that's like that, a bit of brown, take it off. It's a bit bitter otherwise. And then literally, nice and slowly, put that into a slice. Okay, just take your time. Okay, and if you're not happy, take it down even further. Okay, so there you go. Ginger, what we're going to do is make a level piece, like so, like this. Alright, down the side. So again, this is a parent's guardian's job. Harry, you can have a go at this, I'm sure you can manage. Saw your video this morning, making the Dorset roll puffs, very impressive. I think you used bacon in there actually. So you changed that a bit, it looked like egg. I'm not sure if you put in a boiled egg in there. So you have to tell me what it was. Okay. And then we're going to do this one. I'm just going to do one piece for now, so you get the idea. Let's put it into a slice like that, and then little juliennes or little haunches. That's all we're after. I've got to be honest, it is more difficult with gloves on than not. Okay, and then all we're going to do, turn it to the side and do little dices. Again, don't need to go this fast. If you want to, you could run away. Again. You could use the grater. You could do that, couldn't you, Lise?
Yeah. Although sometimes it gets a bit fibrous if you do.
A bit fibrous.
Yeah.
So you really want the actual cubes. Okay? So that's as far as I want you to go for at the moment, and then we'll lead on to the next bit, which will also be the chilli. In fact, let's do the chilli now, because we can do one of those in a moment. So literally down the middle, with our chilli. The hottest part of the chilli is what? Anybody know?
Seeds.
Seeds. Okay. So in this recipe, what I do is I want you to like to take them out. Okay. Simple as. You could keep the seeds, and we've done this before. Jack will remember this. We've actually planted these and grown our own chilies. Okey-doke. Give it a little tap. Make sure these are all out of the way. Otherwise that would be too hot for our cameraman. All we're going to do here is another little bit of julienne. In other words, a long strips. Okay, take your time like I am. Like so. Okay. And then all after there is a dice. Is that correct, Lisa?
Yeah.
Brilliant. That's what I'm after. Okie doke. So I'm just going to do the rest and get back to you shortly. Okay? Cheers, sir. Okay, guys. So what we've done is we've finished chopping the onions, sliced them, and then done the wedgies and also the garlic and the ginger. So just want to quickly pan over. You can see that. What I'm going to do is look at the spices in a second. We've got our cardamom seeds, and what I want to do is take out the seeds from the side there. So I need, how many do I need these?
8.
8 of these. Again, 8. Put it all back. And what we're going to do is give a light crush and then take the seeds out, a little cut. Then I'll do the chicken after that. Okay, so what I want to do here, just give it a little push down, little knife through. Okay, I'm going to do it to all of them. Knife through. And those little black things. Oopsie. You always get the immature one in the class who wants to laugh. Speaking of laughing, what's your joke for today, Kirk?
Okay.
There's only the other video. Today's joke, Kirk, what have you got?
How does a pig cross the road?
How does a pig cross the road?
Yeah.
How does a pig cross the road, Kirk?
Walks.
One would say you need to get out more, but obviously we can't at the moment because of COVID. Okay, thank you for that. Lisa, what's your fact of the day today? Is it something about the first ever curry house?
First ever UK curry house opened in London in 1810.
1810.
Yes.
So these are our seeds that we're after. Okay, and we're just going to put those in here. So it's the black bits you want. Okay, so that one we'll need to sort out in a second. Alright, and we're going to toast these off shortly. So basically that means put it in a frying pan, gentle heat, with some of our other ingredients. Okay, and that will give us the nice aromatic smells that you get. Same as when you walk around or outside a curry house. So with the chicken, got a lot of chicken here today. Do we need this much? Kirk, you hungry?
The recipe is 750 grams. I just thought that if you did cook it all, then
Okay.
at home they could freeze that if you
Oh,
need
no, that's
to.
cool. Good idea. So what we need to do, what I do is I take these little white bits off. It's entirely up to you. This bit here could become a bit chewy, so I like to take that out. Okay. That's more for Lisa when she's doing my chicken and broccoli, because otherwise it becomes chewy. So what we're going to do is dice it. So into strips. Okay. And that's all we're after. Is dices like so. Don't worry if they're a little bit too big or too small, they'll all work. Take these bits off here. This is where it's joined to the bone. A bit like sinew. That looks like a bit of bone still left in that bit. So I think Harry can manage this quite easily. He's done chicken before, yeah. Okay.
Korma, didn't you?
Yeah, korma here before. But for the rest of you guys, if you can have your guardians help you, parents, that'd be really helpful. Last thing we need is chopped fingers. So the news today, we haven't told you on this one, is, what was the news today, Kirk? Nice and excited. What's happened at the farm today? We had some new arrivals.
More piglets.
More piglets.
You got a name? No.
Sally. Sally's had her piglets.
Was it Sally or Cassandra? I don't know.
Sally.
Sally. How many were in your video? I think we can show the guys a video later. Attach it to this.
7, I believe.
7.
But Kurt wasn't sure if she'd actually finished giving birth. There
Yeah.
still might be more to come.
So we've had to put a load of more straw out to make sure that they will survive. As Jack will tell you, on a farm we have livestock and unfortunately not so livestock. So hopefully they'll get through. We've had piglets, haven't we, this time of year before,
Yeah.
January, February and March.
We had some born on New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve as well, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great day, that was. Okay, so there you go, there's your chicken. Alright, what we're going to do now is mix this with our yogurt. Okay guys, so what we're going to do now is actually mix the chicken with the yogurt. So put my chicken into here. Like so. And then I'm going to put in 500 Gs. Is that correct, Lise?
No, you need 150 millilitres.
150 milliliters, which in real terms,
Oh, sorry, 150 grams. Sorry.
50 grams. Okay, that much. A third of the pot. But don't forget, there's a bit more chicken in this one. Mix it around. You have to have pepper in this,
Yeah, lots of pepper.
so we put some pepper as well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to toast off our seeds. So we just put this over here. So you can see we've got our onions there, sliced onions, wedged, garlic, chilli. So we're just prepping everything up. Okay. And what we want with this one is 2 tablespoons. What I'll do is get my pan hot first. Okay. Nice copper pans, £13. Other shops do supply them, but these were fantastic.
Just want to do it over a gentle heat.
Gentle heat, yeah. So I'm just going to pan a little bit warm to start with, and then turn that down. Okay, so I want 2 tablespoons. We've got face mask on at the moment, but you probably won't have at home when you're cooking. And all we've got is, well, I can smell it now, actually, if you want a mask. Sorry?
Cardamom.
Cardamom, sorry.
You dehusk them.
Oh, sorry, well, there we go. Cardamom as well. So no oil in this at all, okay? So all we're doing is we're just bringing it a little bit warm, a little bit of toastiness. Can you smell that, Kurt? Can't smell that?
Oh yeah, I can now.
Yeah? Smell nice? You smell those?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Making it
Coming
way
down.
over. Yeah.
Yep. A little toast. 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes, that's all it
Just
takes.
until you start smelling the aromas.
So we can smell those already. And then what we need to do is we need to then either use pestle and mortar and then bang all this down in small bits. Or you can have one of these. I'm just going to pass it over to me. So the magic bullet. Yeah. Now, that's not going to work, is it? Alright, so use a spoon on your head and take it. So I would ask the help of my learned friends, but they're a bit busy. Lovely flavour, lovely smell. Okay, I'm going to pass that to Lisa in shot. Okay, so this pan, this is going in this pan. So this is the sliced onions and garlics. garlic.
Garlic.
Okay, a little bit of oil, not too much. Okay. And this one, a little low temperature. Don't want it getting too hot. This is actually one of Lisa's favourite recipes. She wanted me to deliver it today. And I was doing it on the weekend, practicing, whilst the rugby was on. Or in between, I should say.
Okay.
And then Lisa decided that she needed to take over.
No, you got distracted by the
I
rugby
got distracted by the rugby, to
and
be
left
honest.
the kitchen.
So, what would you like now, Lisa? Ginger in,
Sliced onions.
ginger and sliced onions. So we've got our garlic, we've got our sliced onions in here. You can hear that sizzle coming. Any bits you see left over, try and take them out. And again, we don't want too much colour on these yet. We just want to cook them through, and at the end we can turn up the heat. So our ginger goes in as well. Lots of different elements to this, but it's worth it. The flavour and taste really nice. Okay. Whilst this is all happening, we can crack on with our chicken, Nisha. Okay. So I've cooked some of the chicken off over here. We've got a frying pan. We're going to try this one in a second. Okay. Generally speaking, we just had a conversation when we weren't videoing about when we're using lamb or beef for these. And basically the yogurt, the discussion was, do we need to put the yogurt on, can we not put it in later? But when you're doing the beef or lamb, it takes longer to cook, and that's when you actually put all this in together and leave it to stand for a little while. That'll help cook. So again, we're just going to seal this up. Ready for our chilies. Go into our onions. Okay. Just giving up the heat. There we go. Oh, I can smell that even through my mask, actually. The chilies. It's not a hot chili. We've got plenty of yogurt. So what we're after, a nice golden brown, not black. So our next steps, Lisa, once we've done this,
So you need to add your dry spices into the onion mixture.
this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So can we just recap what we got in here, Lisa?
Cardamom seeds, cumin seeds and coriander seeds toasted and then whizzed up.
Whizzed
Make
up.
powder.
Okay. Oh, smells lush. Okay, want some garum in there as well, don't we?
Yeah, so 2 tablespoons of garam masala and we need half a teaspoon of turmeric.
Half a teaspoon of turmeric. Lots of different shops, so this one's an Asda. I would say we've noticed half a teaspoon.
Yeah.
Sorry, let's listen. My listening ears. Is we found a difference between different shops in respect of chilies. So we saw we had a red chili earlier. So at Tesco's we find red chilies are, compared to Sainsbury's, what is?
No, Asda seem to sell the hottest chilli compared to Sainsbury's and Tesco's.
Asda, was it? Right.
Yeah.
So sometimes we can have a curry and it's the same curry we had the week before, but Lisa's used different
depends on where I went shopping.
Depends where it's shopping. Chilies, so we're doing heat. It does make a difference. So just bear that in mind. Okay. Alright, can you start that now?
Yeah, sounds good. You just cook that for a minute and then you need to add the tomato puree.
Yep. Just giving the chicken a little stir as well.
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons.
Cook that for a minute and then add the water.
Oh, it's really coming through now. I'll turn those off for a bit.
So it says 600 mils, but what I normally do is just put enough in just to cover it without.
Covering the base.
Yeah, it's a thick sauce that we're making. It's not quite a thin one.
But interestingly, we're not putting any flour in, have we?
No.
So just mix that in for a minute and then you'll see. We're just basically covering it. And if we need to add as we go along, we can
need
add
to
more.
turn the heat right down now and cover it with a lid just to keep it simmering.
Okay,
You just want to start cooking all the spices through.
just turn that down. And our glass turn on so you see what's going on. Most of the chicken's nearly sealed. So what we're doing now is just putting it all together. Might seem like a lot. It isn't really. It's just breaking it down to bite-sized chunks. Okay, so in here we go with our chicken.
Yeah, that needs to cook down maybe until it's reduced by about a third. So at the weekend it took about half an hour,
Yeah.
but that was using electric. So
this shouldn't take so long. So I'm going to take this off now, let it rest for a bit. Always good to let your meat rest. So, yep. Okay guys, so just take this off so you can see what's going on. So there you go, we let it bubble away for a little bit. In the notes it's up to 20-25 minutes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in our chicken. Just have a quick note of the chicken. I don't really want the sauce in this case at the moment. We part cooked it. So you can add the sauce, but at the moment we don't want to because it'll be a bit too runny. And with chicken, it doesn't take long to cook, so we part cook this, don't cook it all the way through. If you did this with beef or lamb, then you'd put in the sauce as well, because it will take longer to cook. Okay. Great stuff. So there we go, go with the mix. And then we've got a little bit more ingredients to put in. What would you like to put in these?
we'll need to cook the chicken through first.
Yep.
And then once it's cooked, we add the onion wedges and just a pinch of garam masala.
Sweet.
Because we've already added some garam masala.
There we go. We'll be back to you shortly. So we're nearly done. So we've let that reduce, cook through a little bit. Best way to find out whether it's cooked, okay, is to take a piece out, give it a squeeze, okay, alternatively open it up and you'll see whether it's cooked or not. So pretty much there. Sorry, I had to put that in, I was burning my fingers. So half a teaspoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just on top, before we put the onions in. And then what I'm going to do is turn this temperature down and just let it slowly simmer. Bit of whisk, stir even. Okay. Very much an onion dish. Most curries, I was saying at the beginning, I've actually got a base of onion in it, quite a lot of onion. In the past I've had to cut down 12 onions when I'm actually helping Lisa out on curries. And then you can actually blend and liquidize that. You won't even notice in the sauce. But not this one, in other curries. Okay guys, so turn the heat down. Okay, give it another 5-10 minutes and you're done.